Hello, now let us look into the working of our AlgoFloat project. Okay, as you can see here, we have the measurements and total profiles. Here, this is the map we have, and this map showcases all the floats across the world which are being tracked currently. This all showcases their path. You can click on each of them individually and get some more details like the date it started recording, what the current location is. You can even with proper coordinates you can get this data. Now we will check out the profiles. Here we have the graph of the temperature profiles, and we can zoom in into a specific thing and you can check that as well. Which cycle, you have what pressure, you have what temperature for a specific float as per your requirement. You can zoom in and view it in a bigger space. Now you can change the float you want and you can get it accordingly. Now you can also check the salinity profile along with it, and separately this just apply the latest filter so that you can get the latest data at what time it was recorded and how it was recorded. And this is the pressure versus temperature graph. Here you have the TS diagram of the float compared with each other. Alright, now we have the surface temperature trends, which is going as per, right? So we have 2015 from 2010 to 2020 to 2025. This is all the measurements below, shown below. Alright, we can change it to surface salinity as well, and then you can get the trends for surface salinity, the average salinity, salinity range, etc. at various points of time, like from 2005 to 2025 as well. Right, you can check out specifically for average salinity, for trend, and for standard deviation as well. Alright, now you can check it for weekly. Right, timers you can check change from daily to weekly to monthly as well to get different types of graphs so that you can compare it. And you can also set both parameters where it combines the temperature and salinity time series. Okay, you can also give a multi-depth analysis where it compares across the various depths of the surface. Right. Now this is the file ingestion system where we have the meta and NC files where we be converting our NetCDF files to actual readable formats. Now what we have to do is first browse files. Right, we have from local devices. Now we have downloaded some files from our official dataset, which is linked at the end of our PPT. So do check that out for more clarity. Now we'll drag and drop this file, NetCDF file, into our AI enhanced converter, which will process this file and give us a basic overview of what it is in the file. Right, we have the file size, we have the file type as well, and now the file has successfully been processed. Alright, now we need some more files, so we'll browse the file again. We'll insert another file which we need. Now this is profile file we inserted first. Right, now we'll insert a different type of file. Right, this is a meta file which we will need, and it's also an NetCDF file. Right, this has been processed as well. Now after this we will need one more file which will be a tracker. Let me just check here. Alright, we process, we click, yes, it is a trajectory file, my bad. So we have a trajectory file where obviously the floats are, the location and everything is assumed. We have the file size and we have the file name as well. So it's currently processing it, and it should be done in a few seconds more seconds. Alright, the file trajectory is now complete. Now we have analyzed. Now we move on to our enhanced RAG AI assistant, where we ask any type of question. Right, now let me ask you a question. So what is the max temperature at cycle 1 for float 13839? Alright, now this we can change to any other float, let's say, and these floats are from the dataset. Please note these floats only take from what we have from the dataset, not any just random number. This is the actual float number, so please take note of that. Alright, now query has been processed. Alright, the RAG AI assistant has given us a context of what it represents, and we have the generated SQL query, and now we'll change it to get an additional value, like let's say for maximum cycle 1, and also we want the max pressure. We send it to our RAG enhanced AI RAG system to get the output. Alright, to get the SQL query as well. Right, Yes. Okay. Now here we have the float recorded maximum temperature this, and we have context, and we have also have the general SQL query. Now let us look at another question. Now you can enhance, you can add, change the complexity of the question. We have from basic level for just normal people to check, or for research purposes, right? Or this is like a basic question, right? What floats are present in the Indian Ocean? So this can give you the list of floats and properly. So also researchers can change the query as per their needs, and what pressure, at what depth, etc., what latitude you can check. So this is giving us a case study of core Argo floats, the BGC floats, the deployment regions, the float numbers, and activity and international collaborations as well. Alright, this is a basic summary, basic overall, and this is now, we'll give it another query of detecting halolines with salinity greater than exceeds 0.2 PSC per 50 meters. Now this is a specific question which generally researchers and scientists need for their calculations and data, and to check the data. Alright, now it is processing. Okay, it should be done now, anytime. Alright, we have the query processed, and we have a proper table, right? You can check the proper table at this. We have 22,000 occurrences, a proper table, a context, and we also give a scientific information with a proper generated SQL query, which you can check out and yourself, so that you can get the table like that, right, for your own. And just to cross-verify, this is a SQL query. Alright, we put another question to find temperature emissions where deeper water is warmer than surface water by more than 0.5 degrees Celsius. Now this is another type of questions which researchers or scientists need. Alright, it has given us a summary, and like I said, it has given all the tables required, at what inches, what depth, and then what temperature we have in that. We also have general SQL query. This query is the same which you saw in the tables. That this query is for those tables which were shown in the chat, right? This is for additional verification that what we are doing is proper here, and we are not just putting in random tables here. Alright, another query for check subsurface temperature here. We have selected data highlights and context integration given as well. On another SQL query is given. You can see how detailed this query is, so as to make sure our prototype is working here properly. Now we also have graph generator, which is also works on RAG. This is enhanced, and this you generally won't find in any other systems, right? Now we have put a request of a scatter plot of temperature salinity. It has given us the plot, okay, for this specific float of 19022, right? We can now export this compressed data. Also, we have the option of refreshing the dashboard in case we want to do that, and you can check the RAG system is active. And now the compressed report added, where all the data is shown in an proper Excel format, with the place, with what type of flow, what depth, what temperature, etc. All this